apart from the escrow accounts, what do you see as another important step that was implemented by the Land Department?
I think the fact that all developers today must submit the SPA, the Sales and Purchase Agreement, which is the contract that governs the purchase between the client and the developer. It has to be pre-approved by Dubai Land Department, so they can't just do an extremely one-sided agreement. In fact, I only heard, I'm not sure when it's going to come to place. I also heard that Dubai Land Department will standardize this. So they will have their kind of standard form that all developers have to use when there is a sales contract between a developer and a client. And I think this will help the market a lot because, yeah, exactly. Because of course we have a lot of private developers and sub-developers, and it will be a lot more efficient and credible when something's coming from the government.
Exactly. What you said is actually very interesting, because what I've seen many buyers face in terms of a problem while they're signing an SPA, they find a 300-page document which they're unable to review or understand all the details of. So definitely having a standard document all across developers for purchasers to use and sign when they're buying a property definitely is something very interesting.
Yeah. On the same note, I highly recommend everyone to get a consultation from a lawyer, a corporate lawyer with the specialization of real estate, because I mean this culture of solicitors that you see in mature markets will hit Dubai sooner or later. So it's highly recommended to review SPAs before you sign any SPA with any developer in Dubai, whether it's a government developer or it's a private developer. It's always good to know your rights and your obligations prior to sign a binding contract. Now, what also complements this, the fact that previously developers used to set the service charges, and buyers have to basically comply and follow. But now you have, every developer has to submit a provisional service charges, which is basically an index that states all the breakdown of how a developer arrives to a particular figure as to what's the service charges per square foot for a certain project. And upon the completion of the project, the developer has to submit to Dubai Land Department for approval a revised detailed breakdown of service charges, and only once the Dubai Land Department approves the budget for service charges, then only the developer can communicate it to purchasers and start asking for service charges to be paid. So I think this was really a very good move from the Dubai Land Department as well.
Agreed.
Lubna, also the service charges does not stop here. The strata law was introduced by the Dubai Land Department as well. So basically the developer will handle the service charges and the management of the common areas, the management of the development for 1 year. And past that 1 year, the developer is obligated to form the owner association and assign basically, which will assign the strata management, the facility management for the project. And that will also, so basically the budget for service charges will be at the discretion of the owner association, which basically the landlords who own in a particular project. So it moves from the developer to the actual owners of the project. So if they want a high-end facility management, they can do and pay the cost for it. If they want a budget one, they can also do it and bear the cost for it.